Mr. Deputy Speaker, sir, thank you for allowing me to speak on the Maintenance of Racial Harmony Bill, an important legislative initiative that seeks to reinforce our long-standing commitment to social cohesion and unity in Singapore. Together with the related constitutional amendment bill, this legislation strengthens our efforts to uphold racial harmony, ensuring that Singapore remains an inclusive and cohesive society for all. Racial harmony has always been a fundamental pillar of a nation's success. Over the years, we have fostered a culture of mutual respect and understanding among our diverse, multi-ethnic communities. However, in an evolving social landscape marked by the rise of digital media and increasing external influences, it is imperative to adopt new measures that safeguard the delicate balance of our multicultural fabric. This bill is a timely and necessary step in that direction. Mr. Deputy Speaker, sir, I seek clarifications from the MOS on 7 key aspects of the bill. Number 1, could the MOS please elaborate on how the PCRRH will engage with organizations that have racial affiliations? Will the Council primarily serve an advisory role, or will it have the authority to issue specific guidelines and recommendations that businesses or institutions must adhere to? Number 2, the bill grants the Minister the power to issue ROs with immediate effect. Could the MOS please clarify the criteria used to determine when an entity falls within the scope of such orders? What safeguards exist to ensure that organizations have the right to appeal or challenge these orders without undue disruption to their operations? Number 3, participation in the remedial CRI race program is presented as an alternative to prosecution. Can the MOS please explain the eligibility criteria for participation and whether completion of the program will be considered in determining future regulatory actions against offenders? Also, how can entities contribute to the broader objectives of such initiatives, potentially as partners in promoting racial harmony? Number 4, can the MOS please provide more details on the penalties for non-compliance with the bill's provisions? How will the government ensure these penalties are proportionate and do not unduly burden businesses? Number 5, the bill mandates disclosure requirements for race-based entities. Could the MOS please clarify what criteria will define an organization as a race-based entity? How will the government balance the need for transparency with the operational realities of organizations engaged in international collaborations? Could the MOS clarify the criteria for evaluating foreign donations or affiliations that may be deemed politically or racially sensitive? Number 6, the bill introduces stricter oversight of business associations with racial ties. Could the MOS please elaborate on how the government plans to balance regulatory oversight with the operational needs of business and chambers of commerce, particularly those engaged in cross-border partnerships? How will the government address concerns about potential competitive disadvantages for designated race-based entities, especially the smaller ones, now that they have additional regulatory requirements and disclosure obligations? Lastly, on support for businesses, given that the leadership composition rules for designated race-based entities may require significant changes to organizational structures and processes, will the government consider providing a transition allowance? Specifically, how much time will be given to affected organizations to comply with the new requirements, and what support or resources will be made available to help them navigate these changes without undue disruption to their operations? Sir, the Maintenance of Racial Harmony Bill is a comprehensive and forward-thinking legislative framework that reaffirms Singapore's unwavering commitment to racial unity. While this bill introduces additional compliance requirements for business organizations, it also provides an opportunity for them to contribute meaningfully to our shared national goal of racial harmony. I'm confident that through collaborative efforts, businesses, community groups, and the government can work together to uphold our social cohesion. Mr. Speaker, sir, notwithstanding my clarifications, this bill has my full support.